Hey, this is Allison with Remax Alliance, and I'm here with Brett Ehring. Thank you for being here with Ehring Inspections. And he's going to just talk a little bit about a very important topic, and that's home inspections, which are just essential to the process. Can you explain a little bit about your background and experience as an inspector?
Certainly. Funny you should ask. Next month it will be 20 years I've been in this business, so you get to see a little bit of everything over that time period. You never say you've seen it all, but you see a large representation of what's out there.
Definitely.
But yeah, in 20 years, I think I'm right up, I looked it up the other day, I'm right around 9,000 inspections.
Wow, that's impressive.
So, like I said, you get to see a lot of different things, but you should always be open to seeing something new.
Right.
So
you've seen a lot of changes in the industry.
Absolutely. When I started doing inspections, a lot of the guys had paper punch-out copies. I was printing inspections and handing you a paper copy in a 3-ring binder. Now it's all emailed with photos. We've come a long way. We've had a lot of new equipment coming into the industry, so.
Well, I remember when I first was in the business, it was rare to do a radon inspection, rare to do a sewer inspection, and now a lot of buyers will do 4 inspections, the whole house, the termite, the radon, and the sewer scope.
Absolutely.
I think the sewer scope is one of the most important, especially in an older home.
I feel strong about that. I always tell my clients, we can look at what's above the ground. It's when you go below grade, and the word excavator is an expensive piece of equipment.
Right.
Yes, ma'am. I hire mine out.
Right.
But I feel strongly as you do, you should get one, especially on an older home.
Definitely. Well, my next question is, what are the key components you look at when you do a home inspection, and why are this that important to buyers?
We look at everything from the roof peak to the foundation, so everything in between. But over the years, I have found one of the key issues with any property is grading.
Okay.
Water control is very important.
Right.
Keep the water away from your home. Nothing good comes of water coming towards your house. So that's even gutter extensions, proper maintenance.
Right.
Slope, things, just low areas. Keep that water running away from you. And I think that is one of the most things I would stress upon a client. Hey, it sounds simple, it can cause a lot of problems.
Definitely. Definitely.
So, yeah.
How do you stay updated on industry standards or changes in building code?
So no inspector inspects to code per se. Each municipality, town, has their own building codes, and a lot of them have their own occupancy inspections.
Right. That's
and so now you've got to dance with that partner, the city. You can't fight City Hall. You've heard that phrase. That applies here. In the state of Illinois, we're licensed by the state of Illinois.
Okay.
You cross the river to Missouri, and there is no state licensing.
Interesting.
So, such as your license, we also have continuing education demands for our license. So we have to have 12 hours of CE hours every renewal period. So you're looking for different providers, and that's how we come across what's changing, what we're migrating to, standards that are altered. So,
understand. Yes. What was your background before being a home inspector?
I was in framing of houses on a framing crew. That was one of the things I did, but I found that when I went to get my home inspector's license 20 years ago, the wide variety of things that as a framer I didn't know.
Right.
You know, but so that was very interesting to me back then.
I figured you probably did something in construction.
It was,
before being a home inspector. So the last question is, what advice or what tips do you have for home buyers who are getting an inspection? Like, one thing I always tell buyers is it's great to be at the inspection. I always want them to be here to ask questions.
Absolutely. As we're talking today, I love talking to my clients. It's easiest for us to have a conversation amongst us face to face rather than playing the email game or calling on the phone. And I take my clients through a slideshow of the issues that are going to be in your report. That way you know, driving home from the inspection that day, what's coming your way in the report.
Right, it's not a big surprise when you get the 40-page inspection.
We can go and look at it physically in front of that item most times. As an inspector, by the time you, the client, have put the contract on a house, you're emotionally involved. You're what you should be. Your house is your second biggest investment in life, other than your children.
That's a good answer.
You should love it. You should love your house that you're buying. Us, the inspector, comes in. We are Switzerland. We are neutral. We are not attached to the property.
Right.
So we're here to pick on your house. We want you to have all the information in a negative fashion that could happen,
Right.
so you can make an educated decision about your purchase.
I find that people are often very surprised at how much you find, and especially
Yes.
people who maybe had inspections 20, 30 years ago. I think it has changed and gotten
It
more
has.
thorough,
It has.
which is a good thing.
But yeah, keep an open mind, as I should keep an open mind coming into a house. And sometimes the house maybe isn't for you,
Right.
but you won't hear the inspector say that. You're going to just get a lot of information that helps you decide.
Got it.
So yeah.
These have been really awesome answers. Do you have anything else you'd like to add for buyers, for sellers, anything that you wish you could tell people?
I think whether it's me or somebody in my field, always get a home inspection, even if we've had trends where cash purchases, I'll waive inspections, even if it's just for your own information. I think anybody in the home inspector field should be able to give you a very good background about the house you're purchasing, and just knowledge is wonderful.
Right.
Whether you're going to use that knowledge for anything in the purchase situation, just get one. Whether it's anybody,
Right.
just get one. Yeah, I think it's just good information to have in your back pocket.
Well, and now people sometimes write offers saying they'll have it, but just for informational purposes,
That's
or
right.
they'll only ask for something over $1,000. So that's kind of been a shift in our industry, but still a good idea, like you said, to get it if at all possible.
Knowledge is very powerful,
Right.
and you should have it. Yep, absolutely.
Well, thank you so much for taking the
Thanks
time.
for having me.
You do a great job.
Thank you. Don't believe everything you hear, but yes, we try our best. You're only as good as the inspection you performed yesterday.
I appreciate you, Brett, very much.
Thank you, Allison. Have a good day.
Thanks.